Hello and welcome to another video. This is the servicing and repair of the Toshiba V109. Now, as you probably remember from the last video that I did on this, we were trying to get the belts for this one. Now I've managed to get two of them. The one on the back, which was giving us a lot of trouble, that one obviously still has to be done. Now I did try to manually load the tape and power it up off camera, and I've discovered there is another problem with this machine, that it does not have any kind of motor action at all. So that leads me into a power supply area. So we have got mechanical problems and we've got electrical problems as well on this. So in this episode we will be trying to rebelt and lubricate and clean the tape path, and in the third episode we will be tackling the power supply issue. Now whether it's the voltage regulator or whether it's just capacitors, we will have to look at that. So as it's bank holiday as well on Monday, the parts store is only open today, so if there's any parts that I need, I will need to buy them today, otherwise I'll have to wait a couple of days. But as I said, my initial aim today is to get the mechanical issues sorted out on here, because whether you get the power supply working or not, if there are no suitable belts in there, then it will not work. Now what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to remove the mechanism slightly from its position so that I can access that belt, because it's a real pain getting to that. This video was probably made in the era where you had throwaway electronics, which is a shame because it's such a nice machine, and it's a shame to actually get this, you know, and waste it. But as you can see, there's no power cord on the back because I've removed the power supply. Well, it's better because it's not going to come in my way. So, okay, what I'm going to do on here, okay, that's the belt on the back that I need to look at. So again, we have to undo the front. Some things do take longer than others to sort out. I have actually got this belt as well. I haven't got the exact one, but it is close to what is needed, but it's enough to actually test it. Now, most of the Ferguson VCRs also had mechanisms like this, which I have seen before. I've seen this mechanism. I have repaired so many VCRs back in the days, and okay. So what we'll do is we'll take off the front loader. this VCR has actually been used quite heavily, as you can see from the head, but it still might have some life in it. Okay. Right. So all I want to do is move this mechanism slightly forward like this, so that it can I can have some access to the as I said, I don't want to take it off because there's no need, but I just want to loosen some of these plugs in here. Now if I, alright, so now as you can see, this whole thing probably needs to right, there we are. So now if I turn this round, I should be able to access this bloody belt in there. Right, so if I can remove that's plenty of access. Right, so can I, there we are, that's plenty of access. Okay, so I did put another belt on there. Okay, can we put it like that? Yeah, for now anyway. That's given me a bit of access to the belt. Right, ooh. There we are, that's plenty of access there to the belt. I don't know whether you can see that or not, you probably can't, but... Right, I did manage to find something that might be suitable. Yeah, that might be suitable. But it's slightly bigger than the one that was on there already, ever so slightly. It is a bit tight. I must say it is a bit tight. It's just going to load the mechanism down. Yeah, it is a bit tight. So you need something a bit bigger than this. Okay, so let's get our belt pack out. Let's see whether we can find something to put in there. See, because now I know what size I need. And the problem I had before is I didn't know what size I needed. I was just guessing. I've got one in here. Now that's a bit... now that's small as well. So it's just a matter of just going through the belts and see which one is suitable. I mean, you don't want it too tight, otherwise you'll load the motor down and just put more pressure on the power supply and wear the motor out. You don't want it too loose that it doesn't actually do the job. So it's just got to be just right. You see. Now I don't know what the problem is on the power supply side. I'll have to make another video on that, going through it, finding out, testing caps and having a look at what the issue is with that, because it's a real shame, because I did actually want to get it going. But some things take longer than others. If you do it properly, that is. It's too big. Let's open this lot and see what we've got in here. See whether this is of any use. On here, no. No, this one's too loose. That's not bad. That's not bad. So what size is it? This is 51 millimeters. Yeah, so 51 millimeters. Leave that out there. I think we found it. I think that's the one. This is all from my tape recorder repairing days. All flat belts in here. That one maybe? It's too thick. thin. And even that's a bit thin as well, but I mean, I have to just work with what I have, you see. Oh, that's too thin. So what we need is a 51mm belt. Yeah, these are all tape recorder ones. I mean, even that's a thin one as well. But it's, you know, it's got plenty of grip on there, so well, we can try it and see what happens eventually. And loading may be a little bit slower, but that's all the parts I've got. I haven't got anything else. And this is what, have we tried this one? Yeah, I've tried those. Yeah, well that's the best I could find out of the collection that I've got. They should do the job. It's a new belt anyway, so well, we'll find out when it doesn't work. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll put it back together. Right. Yeah, I think that's good enough. That's the best I could find anyway. Tell you one thing though, the head needs a good clean. It really does, it's really filthy. So that's what happens is, people do not service their machines. And when they pack up they start making noise. Oh, my machine's packed up. Well, service it, mate. Your machine will last you for years if you service it, no matter what it is. Right. Is that in properly? Yep. So here we are. What we're going to do now is we're just going to clean the tape off. I think what needs cleaning is this capstan shaft, which is really full of oxide. So the way I'm going to do it, I'll move the camera up. Okay. Is I'm going to rotate the capstan shaft like that, and then I'm going to clean it with isopropyl alcohol. Okay. Just move the camera slightly this way so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to rotate the capstan shaft like that. Okay, let's move this forward. Okay, I'm going to rotate the capstan shaft like that by putting some pressure on here. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll hold the capstan pulley like that and we'll rotate. You can actually feel the crack coming off it.
Yeah.
It is coming off very slowly. These pads are not really soaked that much with isopropyl, but there's Mr. Garnet there. Yeah, it is coming off now. Having a bad capstan shaft like this can affect the speed of the tape as well. Let's get another one. This one's dried out. Now I'm going to straighten this out a little bit now. I've been doing the housework in the morning for Hazard Saab and my mum. So I've just started to do this just now. These pads are actually dried out, I think probably because they've been next to heat. Okay, that's the best I could do for now. I think we need a new pinch roller eventually on here. No. Okay. Right, let's clean the head drum, and that's it. We'll put it back together and we'll wait until probably next week. Okay, let's get a Q-tip. Right. Be very careful when you're cleaning heads, not to damage the actual head chips themselves. Yeah, a little bit of dirt on there. Okay, so that's that. Okay, let's put the front loader back on. Okay, this plug's come off, so I'm going to put this plug back on. Right, there we are. Okay, so we're now gonna put the two belts on here, which I found the other day. Okay, now I'll give these a little bit of a clean. Okay, so this one here, okay, it's a little bit tight, but you know what, it's the best I've got at the moment. Okay, so there's the first one. Okay, and just give this a bit of a clean as well. Here's the second one. Okay, so now we can put the front loader back, the front fascia back on. Right. Jesus, I've lost a screw. Okay. So we'll get the cover back on. And hopefully in the next episode we're going to tackle the electrical problems of this unit. It's a shame that it actually has electrical problems as well, but that's to be expected for something this old. Probably got bad caps. Don't really want to put that much money into it. It's not a fantastic machine for these, you know, for this time, for this era. Okay, so the rest of the screws I'm going to leave in my little VCR spare box. Okay, this will go back together for now. Right, so there you are, guys. I've dealt with the mechanical issues of this Toshiba V109. The next episode would be sorting out the power supply, because there is no power to the motors. So we'll have to find out why. And I hope you can join me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.